if I'm training at the highest limits or the limits of my own capacity, I'm gonna be brushing up against some of these barriers, right? I'm gonna be touching some of these error points where I made an error in nutrition or sleep or what other things are working for you? Like, have you made changes or discovered things that are, you know, like you pay 400-pound men to walk on your calves or like what? I mean, I'm just talking hypothetically here. What's working for you? What you said earlier, we were having a conversation, we were saying, hey, look, sleep matters and nutrition quality matters. And I think as we've all become nutrition quality aware, there have definitely been fads around how many macronutrients and how many micronutrients we should have and the ratios. What seems to be working at this high volume moment for you guys?
I mean, we're constantly flirting with overtraining. So we're like, the lines are there, and we're trying to sit right underneath it so that we can maximize everything that we do every day. I think seeing some type of chiro, someone to kind of evaluate you, your movement, making adjustments.
So having a body worker.
A body worker.
Do you guys all have a body worker?
Yeah, I have a chiro I work with.
Yep.
Some body workers, occasionally when you need help. Someone you could call. Interesting, I like that.
I think that's important, and someone that you can trust and you've had good experiences with, I think is really important. I see them weekly, and being able to go and say, hey, I have this issue going on with my foot, and they're able to say, okay, let me see you squat. Oh, your arches are collapsing. This is what you need to do. So they're giving us the tools that we can take back with us to fix that movement issue, and that's going to improve us. That's something we can do outside of the gym that improves our performance in the gym.
Having a body worker or a healthcare practitioner when you need help, right? When
Absolutely.
you're on fire and you're like, I've lost it.
I think even before, like not going to them just when you need it, but like seeing them regularly enough that they're addressing things before they become a huge problem.
I like it.
One change I made in the last year was nutrition related.
Ice cream and red wine is magic.
And mine was like, obviously people know that they need to consume protein after they work out, but mine was adding carbs to that as well within about 30 minutes of working out.
I'm going to second that exact same thing. For
That has made a huge difference, like in between training sessions, in competition.
Well, that's evolved so much within the CrossFit space because it used to be all about paleo and low carb and high fat and protein, and you've seen the transition of people not touching. Like I used to get a burger and get the lettuce bun instead of the bun and like.
Because you were a coward?
Exactly. But I'm not anymore, and now I'll get like a double bun and like.
Double bun. Oh, I'll show you bun. I'll double
Come
bun.
on, buddy. So it has been really interesting to see that transition. This is the first year that I also have added in supplementing like a carbohydrate powder just to make sure I can get a certain amount of carbs throughout the day to recover, to be refueled for the next session.
What we know in kids, when we actually are talking about injury prevention, we know that there are two things only that the data suggests. One is that decreased sleep leads to injury, 1-to-1 correlation. Second is if you want to protect your young people, you've got to have them eat whole foods. Those kids who eat vegetables and lean proteins tend not to get injured, right? And this is tricky to have the conversation, but is nutrition a big part? I mean, do you guys really strive to eat vegetables and fruits and lean nuts and seeds? Because the principles of eating are pretty similar, but how much of that? It sounds like it's gotten a lot more serious, but is it really important, and as important as sometimes we're not making it?
Yeah, I think it's important, and I think it's going to be something that's important in the long run too. Like I think that long-term health is going to be largely based on your
internal
nutrition.
health too.
Yeah, and how you eat, and how you have eaten in the past. But I know, like Emily said, like I've added in carbs before and after workouts.
What kind of carbohydrate are you using?
Either rice, like a white rice, sweet potato, or sometimes I just eat bread, like whatever kind of bread we have. I
Butter jelly, baby.
anything like that. But those are my three go-tos. I've always tried to add in vegetables. Like me and Scott talked about vegetables a lot and having like just greens being super important and something that you don't love to eat, but they're good for you. And then you can kind of teach yourself how to eat them if you find a way that you enjoy them, and just eat them that way every time. There's
definitely a model emerging of kind of train high, live low. So add carbohydrate, and that's what I hear. You guys aren't just. I mean, if we're not training today, I can guarantee you guys aren't shoving down bread and rice, right?
Not as much.
Not as much, but on
Yes.
those training days, you're
Let's-
fueling for competition.
Yeah.
What are the things that you know will wreck your performance? As older and the more I train, the more alcohol wrecks me the next day.
Oh, yeah.
And if I have a drink, I am not training the
Oh
next
yeah.
day.
I mean, when I started CrossFit, I could have 10 drinks and go train the next day. don't binge drink, guys. But
Hypothetically, right?
yeah,
How old were you?
I mean,
When you started, how old were you?
I was 22,
Yeah.
and
about
yeah,
right.
now like if I have 2 drinks, I can definitely tell the difference the next day.
Since we're talking about performance recovery, can you talk about the craziest time a Mark Pro has bailed you out?
Yes, I have one. Yeah, team series. When was it?
This
Team
is
series.
really
This
good.
was 3 of the
Perfect.
people on the team. Team series 2 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had 4 workouts that we had to do. We were at Stacy's gym in Omaha. So we've all flown in from across the country, got together.
We had to do the first workout was that snatch double under workout that we've all done like 500 times.
I could not physically bend over to get chalk on my
No,
hands.
okay. He's like, I'm fine. We're gonna warm up to do this, and then we see him bend over to get a piece of chalk, and Stacy and I are like, we're not doing this right now.
I just couldn't even do
So then we're like, okay, who brought their Mark Pro? And Scott and I are like, oh no.
And Scott
We're
had
like,
the new Mark
Oh,
Pro.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mark
yeah.
That had like the
Yeah.
high setting that was just like a pain relief.
He was very skeptical at first. He's like, I don't know. He like,
Oh yeah.
Ben is like someone who's like, if I was like, Ben, drink this water, it'll make you feel better. He's like,
Oh, yeah, 'cause you were-
that's not the water I usually drink.
Skeptics are the
Yes.
best.
So
I'm very skeptical.
But he put it on. He needed it. Like he was willing to do anything. So we put it on. We got it on the high setting, got him set up, and he's sitting there, and it's like 30 minutes goes by, and I'm like, all right, Ben, we got to change it to low now. And he's like, it just feels so good.
It was
Yeah.
great. And
We had it on like literally the whole weekend.
Yeah, so I had that on for 30 minutes. I had never tried that before. It was
Yep.
amazing. Went and got through the workout somehow, don't know how. Went back, had the Mark Pro on again, and did that 3 more times to get through the workout. And I was like, I'm never doing CrossFit again after that.
And by the
after
way,
the
we
4
won the team
workouts.
series.
We won the team series.
Bam.
What about this year?
Oh, they took our team of 4 away.
Yeah.
That's true.
Our girls carried us. Let's be real.
Do you feel like the Mark Pro gives you an opportunity to stay ahead of something that might otherwise be a bigger problem?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I've had the same lower back issue since high school in baseball, like playing baseball in high school and a little bit in college. And, Mark Pro really helps with that. I've used it on my back and my hips all the time, but it's just a way for me to just get blood flow to that area that I can't normally do that very often.
And I personally feel like if I go for a massage, like my chances of my back flaring up even more are kind of greater than just putting on the Mark Pro, and like it's never gonna flare up more, like worse.
Right. I've gotten work done before, and 2 days like after just felt terrible.
Yeah.
But there's never been one time that I've used the Mark Pro and gotten up and been like, my legs are sore, or
Well,
I don't feel
sometimes, like you said,
recovered.
massage is like a physical. It's like exercise. Like there's an exertion.
stressor.
There's a stressor to it.
There are a lot of other devices on the market. Now, with the caveat that we work with like Mark Pro, I have used all of these and find my experience to be different with the Mark Pro. This is why I've been with Mark Pro for 7 years.
The ease of use with the Mark Pro is probably the biggest selling point versus what else is on the market.
It's intuitive, isn't it?
You can't mess it up.
Yeah, you just put the pads where it hurts and you turn it up to an intensity that feels good, and that's it. Like there's not really that much more to it. There are nuances, but
You mean the cheater codes? We know the cheat codes, right?
One year at the games, we were given another unit of some kind. I think I tried it once, and it was just like felt like fuzzy, and so I just like got rid of it, and I've only used the Mark Pro since then.
You guys, thank you so much for, sometimes it's difficult for the average person to kind of get a glimpse of what the realities look like. You present this finished product, and people we don't get to experience sort of the trials and tribulations behind it and the actual experience. So really thank you guys for being so honest and sharing a little bit of your lives with us.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Absolutely.
Chin chin.
Cheers.
Hey.
Soda water. Here we go. There we go.
So cute, Noah.